When you hear the words human trafficking, does it even register as a serious problem for you or your loved ones? Because the reality is most Canadians have wide-ranging misperceptions about human trafficking.
Joining us this morning is Julia Drydyk, the Executive Director of the Canadian Centre to End Human Trafficking, to really just shed some light on the issue and share with us how those potentially in danger can get help. Julia, good morning to you.
Thank you so much for having me here.
So most people have likely heard about human trafficking, but would you say that many Canadians are unaware of what it really is, and what exactly is it?
Absolutely not. That's one of the reasons that we're here today. Unlike what you see in the movies, human trafficking often doesn't involve kidnapping or smuggling people across borders. And in fact, over 90% of Canadians conflate human trafficking with smuggling, when in reality it looks far more like intimate partner violence, and it's often someone that the victim knows, loves, and trusts.
All right, let's talk about misconceptions for a second, if we can. And what are some of the more common misconceptions when it comes to human trafficking?
So again, people feel like human trafficking takes place when they're being kidnapped off of the streets, smuggled across borders. They really feel like it's happening to someone else in another country, when in reality, overwhelmingly, the victims of sex trafficking are Canadian women and girls, and it's happening domestically, often through intimate partner relationships.
Julia, you mentioned Canadian women and girls, so who generically is being targeted, and how does human trafficking all work?
So traffickers look for individuals with vulnerabilities in their lives. They might be dealing with low self-esteem, problems at home. They might also be dealing with homelessness, poverty, substance use. They prey on those vulnerabilities, but they also find out about their greatest dreams and aspirations. They use that to love bomb them, but then quickly take that support away and use it as a tool to coerce them in the commercial sex industry.
All right, Julia, if this is a big and growing problem, what exactly is being done about it?
So one of the great things that the Government of Canada has done is they are funding the Canadian Centre to End Human Trafficking to operate the Canadian Human Trafficking Hotline. It's a 24/7, completely confidential, multilingual resource. We're professionally trained and trauma-informed, and so no matter where you are in the country, you can connect with us. We are non-judgmental, and we can connect you with resources in your community.
How big of a problem is it here at home, and where exactly in the country is it happening?
So the data we have on human trafficking is just the tip of the iceberg. In the first 3 years of operating the Canadian Human Trafficking Hotline, we identified 1,500 cases of human trafficking, and unfortunately it's happening in every community across Canada. So while over 80% are happening in urban areas, it's also happening in communities medium and small.
All right, so I think we should talk a bit as well, Julia, about the warning signs. What are some of the potential warning signs that we should be looking out for?
So it usually starts in a period of grooming and luring. And so you might see someone in your life who's someone new in their life. It might be a new boyfriend or a friend. They might be being really secretive about where they're going, so providing canned answers. They might also have really expensive gifts that don't make any sense. And again, it's a sign of being controlled. So when we're looking for signs of human trafficking, we're looking for signs of toxic relationships, of someone coming in, promising the world. Often, if it feels too good to be true, it probably is. And again, that withdrawing from friends and family. They really use stigma of engaging in the commercial sex industry as a way of distancing people from their support networks. So it's really important that all communities have the information to be able to have honest and open conversations and ask for help if they're seeing the warning signs.
Well, let's talk about that help, because there is help available to anyone who does suspect human trafficking. Is that right?
There is. And again, the Canadian Human Trafficking Hotline is available 24/7, toll-free, coast to coast to coast. We've also partnered with over 900 frontline delivery partners, providing over 3,000 programs in every province and community across Canada. So help is available, and by calling 1-833-900-1010, we can be that first point of access to connect you with those services in your community.
All right, that number is right there at the bottom of your screen. Such an important conversation. Julia, thank you so much for your time and coming in this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you.